All right, let's just get really, really practical here for a minute. This might be the hardest pill for some of you to swallow that you'll ever hear on this account. And that is simply that whatever your hobby is, it's probably not something you should go into business on. And I know we're inundated with all these things, like the worst overhyped quote that you'll ever hear probably is the if you love what you do, then you'll never work a day in your life, right? We've all heard it, but typically the reason that you hear that quote is on a Facebook or a Snapchat post or whatever connected to someone who's trying to sell you something, who's trying to get you in on their MLM marketing scheme, Ponzi scheme, on the ground floor so that they can profit off of whatever it is that they're trying to sell you, right? So listen, don't bite. The reality is, for majority, the overwhelming, talking about like the 90% that's in the middle of people that exist, like, of course there's a good 10, maybe 15% over here that are the real hardcore entrepreneurial types that are able to get in on the ground floor of, I don't know, something and sell that and make, like, put in 180% and go on sleepless nights and doing all that stuff that Gary Vee talks about so much and just really grinding to be able to make that into something. But most people are not there. Some people are over here that they're going to be Division I college athletes, and they're going to get drafted in the first round of the NFL, their first round lottery picks in the NBA, whatever. And they will go into whatever that sport is, and they're going to murder it, and they're going to be able to make major progress. Like over here, they're going to stay clean of injuries, and that's like 1% of all the athletes that are in the NCAA right now. That's like 1% of the athletes that are currently doing the 2 and 3 sport things in high school, hoping that they're going to get a scholarship. Like, most likely, it's not you. And that's a hard thing for you to grasp, because in some ways we've had this stuff hoisted onto our shoulders by our parents of that you need to go to college. I can't afford it, so you need to kill yourself with anxiety and depression and physical injury, taxing your body with fatigue and exhaustion so that you can earn your way into college or whatever, so that you can make that sport into money. And listen, it's probably not going to happen. Like, just accept it. Probably it's just not going to happen. There's too many uncontrollable variables. So listen, if you have a thing over here, whatever that is, golf, it's really easy to just hit golf balls at the driving range when all you do is you buy the bucket, you set it down, and you hit them because you love it. And you're just like, I'm working on my distance or trying to get my handicap down. It's great when it's just fun. But as soon as you begin to like put your hopes, dreams, aspirations into that, you end up, in a lot of ways, ruining it. Because in a lot of ways, those things, they're illusions. And that's uncomfortable to realize, because on the one hand, like, it's counted as failure. Because we are sold this American dream that it's all about my bootstraps, right? I'm going to pull myself up, hard work, good work ethic, raw talent, and if I do it enough, then it's going to blossom for me, and it's going to be a moneymaker, and everything will be fine. But listen, it's probably not the case, because you aren't in control of a lot of things that impact that. Of like, did you go to a high school that was competitive in that sport? Because if you weren't, scouts probably aren't showing up. And if you didn't, then that means that you're not going to be able to go to a D1 school or whatever to be able to have Saturday Night Lights shining on you while you perform. So you could be top level in D3 and never be seen, and then you got to go get the same 9 to 5, but now you've got a sore, worn out knee from all those plays that you were making, and now you're going to be less capable of performing in that whatever it is 9 to 5 than someone else who didn't do all that stuff. So we have to have realistic perceptions of reality. This is what I'm getting at. Listen, everyone, 100% of people need to have a job. And 100% of people need to have this. Whatever this is over here, a hobby, a pastime that they love and enjoy, and that it helps them relieve stress, and that they're able to just put weekend time into and love it, so that they're able to refresh themselves for when they come back to this 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's what they need. Most people. And you could say, like, well, that's living for the weekend. But no, because listen, this is your Sabbath. Remember the Bible talks about having, like, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy? We need physical Sabbaths, like days off, right? And here in the United States of America, a lot of people are lucky enough to have 1 or 2 days off a week that we can fill up and just put into whatever this is. And that's the reason that, like, by resting here, you're now able to reinvest here and then grow your life. Now, I'm not saying you need to buy a $5,000 set of golf clubs so that you can be Tiger Woods of your local golf strip, whatever, golf course here. What I'm saying is that, like, whatever that is, like, let's say it's painting, or let's say that it is something that you're able to turn into a little bit of a side hustle, like you make custom coffee tumblers, or you paint, or you do photography shoots. And so on the weekend, you're able to fill this in, that you get to see, take great photos of people wearing beautiful clothing on their moment, and you're able to bake cakes, and you're able to make someone's moment special by having a custom baked good that ends up kind of finishing out their baby shower or whatever. Cool, great. And you're able to make a little bit money on the side. And then that ends up being your play money that you put towards a vacation with your family to Disney World Orlando. Great. That's wonderful. That's amazing. There's nothing wrong with that picture. But for most people, you can be good here, but keep in mind how saturated the market is for photographers. And if you end up putting all your money over here, all of your eggs into this basket, now you've added the stress of you need your income to come from that. You need your bills to be paid by that. And now it's not as fun anymore. Now it's not as glitzy glamorous anymore. And now you don't like it anymore. And you don't have, like, it's not able to give you the rest, the joy, the whatever, the revitalization that you were getting from it over here, because it's here now. And so now where are you going to go? Where are you going to go to get that rest? Because obviously as a Christian, yeah, I'm like, well, you go to God for it. But that's not a very helpful piece of advice most of the time. Because, as I mentioned, God created us for a Sabbath. And if you've taken the thing out of your Sabbath and put it here for your work day, you're going to end up doing that on your Sabbath too. And now you don't have one. You're going to end up wringing yourself out through fatigue, exhaustion, just emotional load, and working yourself into an early death. Or you're going to end up with toxic relationships with people around you because you're being impatient and short with them. You're going to become addicted to stimulants and things that you need in order to do those jobs, right? You're going to be snippy, short, like all of this. Like, that's what I'm getting at. Of like, listen. And like, listen. Don't give in to the, man, you're so good at that. Why are you not doing this professionally? Don't give in to that. Don't be seduced by it. Because listen, everyone that does anything well, public speaking, art, like, wife made those, my younger brother made some, like, if you do anything that's artistic like that, you've had someone come up to you and say, wow, that's so great. But if you push on them like, so would you like to buy it? What do they always say? No. Because excuses. They like to voyeurize it, but they don't like it enough. And that should be indicative of you. And it doesn't have anything to do with your skill or ability there. It's simply that there's a difference between window shopping and going in to buy. And some of the things that we like to window shop the most are the things we're aware we would never buy. Like, I love going onto Facebook Marketplace and looking at old cars in the local area that are available to buy that often they don't even have an engine in them. They have to be rebuilt completely. I'm aware, like, I look at it, not buying it. I don't even click on the thing to see more photos because I know that I'm not going to buy it because I'm not in a position right now to be able to do what it needs. And the same thing is true in this circumstance. So, all right. Everyone has a thing they love to do. Everybody needs a thing that they love to do. But very, very, very seldom, rarely, do you need to turn that into your primary source of income. That's what I'm getting at.